What's up, guys? It's Dr. Jordan Mousley again with Sports Chiropractic of Utah, your health, performance, and wellness specialist of Salt Lake City. Just first of all, I want to thank everyone who tuned in and watched our wellness tip number 1. It was amazing. I don't know if I've ever had so many people watch. That's nice of you guys to care. But hope you guys are sleeping a little bit longer and a little bit better. Day 1, I did much better. Day 2, not so much. But hey, it happens. Don't beat yourself up too much if you're in that category as well. But again, recap, number 1 wellness tip was to sleep at least 50 minutes longer each night. There's lots of health benefits with that. There's also a lot of bad things that happen if you don't sleep. So anyway, let's jump right into wellness tip number 2. This is a big topic. If you are on, say hello to us, send us some love. We'd love to hear from you. Also, throughout this wellness tip, if you know of someone that could benefit from this information, tag them, and we're happy to spread this knowledge of health, wealth, and wellness. So, tip number 2, water. Water intake. This is a huge one. Huge, huge, huge one. Okay, 60% of our body is made of water. So do you think it's at least mildly important? Absolutely. You have to remember to drink lots of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 benefits of drinking water. There are many benefits, but I'm just going to give you 5. And 1 challenge. That's it. Okay? So let's start with the benefits. Say hello if you hopped on. But let's start with the benefits. First of all is increased energy. Who would not want more energy? So not only energy, but focus. Our brain is mostly made up of water. Okay, just like the rest of our body. And if we don't give it the proper base or the proper nutrition that it needs via water, our brain actually starts to suffer. Okay, so if you've ever had that feeling like at the end of the day, it's about 2:30 or 3 o'clock and a working day, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, right? And you're like, man, I need a caffeine break. Wrong. What you most likely need is actually a water break. Your brain is saying, hey, feed me, fuel me, fuel me. And what do we fuel it with? We fuel it with water, right? Obviously, sugar is an important thing. We'll talk about sugar later. No spoiler alerts here. But most of the time, we need water. So, the benefit is to feed your brain water, to have more energy throughout the day, and to be able to focus much better, drink water, okay? The number 2 benefit that I want to talk about, it actually promotes weight loss. Okay, we talked about in tip number 1, sleep actually helps with weight loss and the hormone regulation. But number 2, for water benefit, is actually it helps with weight loss. Research studies showed that drinking 17 ounces of water actually increases your metabolism between 24 and 30% for the next hour and a half. So if you're trying to burn extra calories, drink more water. It also helps with, it helps you feel full. There you go. Obviously, if you're putting a liquid in your body, right, your stomach expands and your body's like, oh wait, we have stuff, we're not as hungry anymore. So that's also one other thing about sugar. So if you're ever thinking, man, I need sugar, I'm craving sugar, I challenge you, this isn't the main challenge, but I challenge you to actually drink 8 ounces of water before you eat that sugar. Now, if you still want the sugar after you drink the water, fantastic. Go for it. Don't restrict yourself. But if you feel like you're craving sugar and to kick those cravings, try drinking water, because really it's your brain telling you, I need something, I need energy, right? When in reality, most likely you're dehydrated and need water. So that's the number 2 benefit of water. Number 3 benefit I want to talk about. It maintains regularity with your digestive system, if you know what I mean, right? Going number 2. So if you're the type that's like, man, I am constantly backed up, I'm constipated all the time, or I just don't go ever. So first of all, the first inventory you need to take on yourself is, how much are you actually eating? Are you having an unfair expectation for your bowel movements? Are you just not eating enough to excrete enough, right? So ask yourself that question. If it's been days since you've gone, is it because you're truly backed up, or is it because you just don't eat anything and you think, man, I must be backed up, when in reality your body doesn't have enough of anything to excrete? So think about it that way. That's number 1. But number 2 is, if you're backed up, or you know of someone that is backed up, tag them, we won't judge you. But one of the treatments for constipation is actually increasing water intake. Because when we digest our food, our body, our colon specifically, actually takes the water out of the food that we ate to form your stool. So if you're not having enough water, that stool is not sliding through the pipes, so to say, the way it needs to. So one of the treatments for constipation is actually water. So having regularity as far as bowel movements go, drink more water. So that's the third benefit. Number 4, headaches. How many of you suffer from headaches? Okay? And you think, man, I just need to guzzle my my 32-ounce soda with my caffeine as a stimulant to get my headache to go away. Well, it probably works, but it's a short-term fix for probably a long-term problem. If you're taking excessive amounts of caffeine trying to fix your headache, you could be making the problem worse. Because what your brain is telling you most likely is, hey, we're dehydrated, fill us full of water, please, right? Because what is your brain mostly made out of? Water, okay? So just remember that. So it doesn't cure all types of headaches, most definitely not. We help with a lot of those headaches as well in the office, but if you know of someone that chronically suffers from headaches and you may think they're not getting enough water, tag them in this video and give them that tip. So that's another benefit is number 4. Now number 5, this is the last benefit that we'll talk about today. There's many, many others, but it helps fuel muscle for energy. So if those of you who are working out or trying to be more active and just want more energy when you work out, guess what? Water will help, okay? What happens if our cells don't have the proper fluid balance in them, they actually start to shrink up a little bit and they lose energy. It causes the muscle to fatigue much faster. So if you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or you are a mom who has to be athletic and taking care of her kids, or whoever you are, we all need this. So if you want proper muscle hydration and muscle function, drink more water. So those are the 5 benefits. So let's review. Benefit number 1, you'll have increased energy and focus. Benefit number 2, it promotes weight loss. Very important for those that are trying to do that this time of the year. Number 3, it helps you stay regular with going number 2 and keeping your bowel movements on a more regular basis. Number 4 is it helps reduce headaches. In some headaches, not all of them, but it can help reduce headaches. And number 5, it helps with muscle fatigue and muscle energy. Okay, so now we have the 5 benefits of drinking water. What's the one challenge? 64 ounces, right? 8 glasses of water a day is pretty standard. I will challenge you also, there's other ideas out there, and what I try to do, I definitely do not, I fall way short, way too short. I have my big thing here, right? This is a gallon, right? That's probably too much for me, but what I would say is take your weight in pounds, divide it in half, and shoot for that many ounces of water a day. Now, if you're not accustomed to drinking water, this will be a shock to you, a shock to your system, and you'll probably go to the bathroom a lot, but I promise you if you stay diligent to doing these things, at least 64 ounces, if not a little bit more throughout the day, you'll notice that you won't have to go to the bathroom as much because your body will get used to it. So, that's my challenge to you. Drink more water. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Tag a friend who needs to hear this, and we'd be happy to share this information with you. But tune in next week, next Tuesday. We'll give health and wellness tip number 3. But have a fantastic day. It's our youngest birthday, our caboose of the family, our 3rd. He turned 2 today. We're super excited to celebrate it with him. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Tune in next week, next Tuesday, for your next health and wellness tip. Drink more water. Sleep better. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.